Hello, hello, good morning. As you are jumping on, say hello. Say hello. I want to see your beautiful profile bubbles as you're jumping on. Say hello, give a wave emoji. How are you? We are diving into something so important today. And I know each week I come on here and I'm like, you're going to get something that's going to be transformational. If you stay tuned, if you listen in and you apply what you're about to hear, your life will change. And I mean that. I mean that with all love, with 100% certainty, with no doubt in my body. What you listen to right here, right now, has the power to change your life. All right, so as you're jumping on, get your paper, get your pen if you have one available, or no, come back and replay this, share this. I'm going to ask you to share this. This is a powerful hypno coaching moment. This is on creating a positive attitude. Do you want to be able to go through life no matter what's happening? All right, let's say you just got into an argument. Let's say that you just received some sort of bad news. Let's say that you're in pain, right? Something as you're going through life every single day, like today, things are going to happen in your life that will trigger you into an old pattern of being negative, or feeling down, sad, angry, whatever it is, negative. It will happen today. How would you like to go through your day and have some of these challenges happen and you stay in your positive lane and you stay optimistic? You stay even cool, calm, collected baseline. Would you love to be able to do that? Give me a yes, yes, yes. As I see you coming on, I'm gonna try to wave and acknowledge you. I am honored that you're here. Comment, be like, yes, I would love to be able to sit in some sort of bad situation and keep collected and keep calm and even be able to see the gold and all the dirt around me. Would you love to be able to do that? Do you want to armor yourself up with positive protection? Say yes. Say yes, 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 yes. You see, rewiring your mind to be positive is truly about creating a positive, it's a habit. Whether you're someone who feels like you're always upset, always negative, always down, or you genuinely feel like you're someone who's always more focused on the good, that reflecting on how this situation could be good, or thinking just more positive in all situations. You literally wake up with a spring in your step. Just wherever you're at on the spectrum of attitude, it's all habit. And I think that you should feel a little bit pleased by hearing that if being negative is just a habit, that being positive is just a habit. Well, habits can be changed, right? Habits can be changed. So if you're someone right now, you're watching and you're like, gosh, Derek, I always feel like I'm like negative Nancy. I always feel like I'm thinking worst case scenario. Then I'm going to invite you. And whether you're a member in the community, like a new member in the community, and you don't know this, go ahead and jump into your membership and press play on the Create a Positive Hypnotherapy audio. Just press play as often as you like. Just keep pressing play. It's unlimited. If you are not a member, I would highly recommend you grab the audio, Create a Positive Attitude, and put in the code POSITIVE, and you'll get this audio to rewire your mind for the price of a fancy cup of coffee. Seriously, this is something you get to do with your life. Because I tell you what, the quality of your life is going to determine the quality of your thoughts is going to determine the quality of your life. Okay? Your attitude is going to equate to the altitude in which you go in life. You get to create a positive attitude. No matter what's going on in your life, I promise you have the power to see, how is this thing going to, benefit me? How am I going to learn from this? How am I going to win in this situation? No matter if you just broke up with someone, you just had a massive argument, you just ran out of gas, you just had a flat tire, you just got some email that maybe you're getting laid off. Like, wouldn't you be able, like, love to be able to sit in any circumstance like that, any situation, and know to the core of who you are that this is going to work out to the best of my future, the best for me, that this is all going to, this is good. I may not see it right now, but you know what? I know that this is all going to work out. This is actually truly possible. I remember one point in my life where I just thought negative because this is what I was programmed to do. And so everything that happened was something bad, And I didn't even know why bad things kept happening to me. I had no clue that because my thoughts were negative, that I were attracting a negative life. I had no idea. I just kept stewing on these bad things. It wasn't until you have like that shaken moment where you wake up in your life and you're figuring out, oh my goodness, my thoughts are literally creating my attitude, my actions, my health, my reality, all my attractions. Yes, your thoughts are literally doing that. And I hope someone watching right now that this gives you goosebumps. That this just waves every little bump on your body and you're like, oh my goodness, I must get to the source. I must get to the source of my reality, which is my thinking. Now, Zig Ziglar says, you got a case of stinking thinking, right? You gotta relieve yourself of that stinking thinking and be able to bring forth the thoughts that this is okay. It's all gonna work out. Some way, somehow. Look at all the wonderful things going on in my life versus the things that aren't, right? Either you're going to, if you have crappy thoughts, you're gonna have a crappy life. If you're having positive thoughts, you're gonna have a happy life. How else can I say this? This is just true. Now you might be saying, Derika, this is, yes, it rings true to my soul, but what do I do about it? What do I do about it when I'm feeling angry, when there's a bunch of, let's say, negative people and situations happening around me? How do I get my thoughts off of that wavelength, the whining, bitching, moaning, complaining, groaning about how things are going wrong in life, and over to the station that this is all going to be okay? Now, you know what? Yeah, that may be happening, but this good thing is happening to me. How do I get my thoughts from off the negative vibe into the positive vibe? Because it's so important to my health, my future, my well-being. How do I get over to that place? Because it sounds, maybe to you it's easier said than done, like it was for me at one point in my life. How do I do that? You must get to your thoughts. You have to get to the root cause of all these bad things happening in your life, of all this bad attitude you've got running your system. You get to the thoughts. I do this by way of hypnosis. Every one of my friends, every one of my family members know how powerful this hypnosis technology is. You get on an audio, you do some of your hypnosis techniques to cancel that negative thought out and then reprogram it, replace it with a positive thought. There's many ways, but you have to do it by way of getting to the actual thought. Stop trying to change things outside of you, changing the external, the situation out here, controlling out here. If that would just go away, then I would be okay. No. Your negative thought must go away, and then you'll be okay. Do you hear what I'm saying? You get to the thought. And if you're here, it's because you know the power of your thinking and you know the power of hypnosis with your subconscious mind. It is the only technique that specializes in getting to the subconscious mind, where all of that stinking thinking lives. Okay? All of your negatives and positives live within your subconscious mind. Here's the good news. You weren't born like this. The good news is that when you were born, you had a very positive attitude. You were very optimistic. You honestly didn't even see anything wrong happening in life. You were so focused on what's going right and what good thing is happening and what makes you excited and what made you happy. You were so on that positive alignment in your life. And then over time, what has happened is that you inherited some of this, negative mindset, which I call, and Zig Ziglar says, stinking thinking. You inherited these ways of being negative. You imagine your mind is this big vault, and over time you kept dropping in negative, 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 negative. How things are going wrong. See, nothing ever works out for me. Right? I'm just going to get hurt. I'm just going to get lied to. There's not enough to go around. I'm stupid. I won't make it in life. All of this negative thoughts, which became your beliefs, are now filled in your mind. And so whatever is in the wheel is going to project your life. So in your projection wheel, if you've got a lot more negatives now that you're an adult, now that you've gone through much of life, you filled in a lot more negatives, and those positives are now, they're slim. They're being pressed down. It's overwhelmed by the negative. You're just now a negative. You're not a negative person. That's kind of hard to say. You're a brilliant person, but you're acting out in a negative way because of your programming. So if you can get to some of the negatives that's inside the subconscious mind, which hypnosis and hypno coaching is all about, is to release these negative beliefs that you have, all of a sudden you free up this space, and all of that positive parts of you, all that positive knowingness is not bogged down, is not weighed down anymore. You now have space to fill in all the positive. So after a certain amount of time, guess what? You're now that positive being. You're now radiating positivity. You now have wholeheartedly, authentically, that positive personality, that positive attitude. So can imagine right now, you may be sitting at a place like I once was, and thousands of my clients, we have like a ball of energy this big of negativity, and then your positive ball is tiny. You got to get to that space where you start shrinking this negative ball down in your life. And when it shrinks down, that positive ball grows like this. Okay, this is what happens. This is science. All right. Once that negativity frequency lessens, turns down, decreases in your life, you have an increase of the positive. This is where you get to go. You see, in life, you have two choices. All right, you're either going to be negative or you're going to be positive. Would you agree? You have two choices every single day that you wake up. You have a choice. You can say, I'm going to have a good day or I'm going to have a bad day. I'm going to have a shitty day or I'm going to have a great day. I'm going to be unhappy or I'm going to be happy. You make this choice of positive vibe or negative vibe all the time. These are your two choices. These are your two lenses that you get to experience your reality out of. And if making that positive choice is too hard for you right now, then you must know that negative ball is much bigger than your positive one. And you gotta hack away at it. You can do it. You can do it. I've seen this happen. I've seen someone be known as a Debbie Downer, a complete Debbie Downer in their life, always seeing the glass half empty, always seeing what's going wrong, always thinking worst case scenario. Just like, that toxic person that you're like trying to avoid, right? I've been there, right? I've seen someone go into that space, get a hold of the power of who they are, which is their mind, which is their thoughts. Start mastering their thoughts, mastering their mind, and go from that space into this space. Someone who sees the glass half full. Someone who is seeing the gold amongst all the dirt. Someone who is really genuinely happy and appreciative and grateful for life. As I look outside my window right now, it's raining. It's raining pretty hard. I can genuinely, authentically say right now, as I look through the window and I see it raining, I have nothing but pure positive thoughts go through my mind. I love how where our planet's going to be, or at least where it's raining is going to be replenished. I love how that's going to bring more water. I love how it's watering and nourishing the plants for all of our fruits and vegetation and life. I love how it's cleansing the air. I love, like, I can just start thinking positive. But I bet you there's someone looking out at this same exact rain right now and being completely negative. They're thinking, oh my goodness, this is going to get ruined. They're going to track mud in the house. It's too cold. I can't go outside. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Power of perception. Which lens do you want to be looking out at life at? Which lens right now? Put which one you want to be looking at. You want to be looking out at a positive lens or a negative one? Do you want to develop that positive personality, or you want to be looking out at a negative? Do you want to have a negative outlook? Because I tell you what, your thoughts, if they're negative, on the negative vibe, you are going to create negativity first flowing through your body, meaning depression, dis-ease. Okay? You are going to be suppressed. You are going to create all sorts of illnesses and conditions and symptoms in first your body, and then it emanates, and you're going to create that negative world outside of you. You're going to have diseased relationships, dysfunctional situations, experiences in life, relationships. Every attraction in your life is going to be of that vibe. So you're going to be attracting bad things happening to you every single day. Like, it just doesn't stop. What you emit, you get. This is powerful. Or you can have thoughts in your mind that are going to replenish your energy. They're going to power you up. That are going to make your body begin working at its optimal function and capability. It's going to be supplied with positive energy. Your organs going to be working right. Your body's going to be right. You're going to have power feeling your body. Okay, then from out inside of your body, as your body is healing and thriving, you're then going to project positive circumstances, situations, people, your relationship, your pocketbook. Okay, your experiences, your adventures, the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your thoughts. Point blank, period. Mic drop on that one. Your thoughts are that powerful. And you get to stand up right now and realize that it ain't got nothing to do with anything happening outside of you. Just like I said, you can look at this rain and be thinking how your day is ruined, or you can look at the rain and think about how your day is going to be filled with blessings because of it. How are you going to decide to look? Because I guarantee you, because of my thoughts about this rain, I'm literally going to have a great experience with rain today. Right? Versus if I didn't. So this is what is this landing? Is this opening up for you? Say yes. Say yes. I want to read you something really quickly, just a paragraph from a phenomenal book that I highly recommend everyone get. It's The Power of Positive Thinking, Norman Vincent Peale. It's if have you read this? Say yes. If you haven't, just say no, but I'm going to. A great, powerful book along the lines of what, oh, I love it. I'm seeing comments. I'm reading come through. Okay. Along the lines of what we're talking today, the power. This book breaks down, just like millions of other books, break down what I'm just telling you in a sort of a condensed version. But I want to read you something. I just opened it up. Literally, I can open any chapter in this book and find some gold. Okay, that is transformational. This is chapter 3. It says how to have constant energy. How to have constant energy. So it goes into this story about a Major League Baseball player. His name was Frank Hiller. And this picture played a phenomenal game. Like, absolutely crushed it, and it was over 100 degrees. And he just had energy to pitch and just make this one of his best games. And he was asked, how did that happen? So let me read this to you. It says, the pitcher who had this experience told me that reciting a verse in his mind actually gave him a renewal of strength so that he was able to complete the game and still had energy to spare. His thoughts. He was literally reciting a verse, which is a thought in his mind. Okay? He goes off and explains that this technique is that I passed a powerful energy producing thought through my mind. I passed a powerful energy producing thought through my mind. Who can relate to that? A powerful energy producing thought. I know darn well that when I pass a negative thought through my mind, it zaps my energy. All of a sudden, I'm depressed, I'm angry, I'm lethargic, I'm tired. Give me a yep if you understand that. You get that, right? You can pass a certain thought through your mind, and it's either going to positively charge you or negatively take you down. Let me read this one more time. A little bit else, a little bit more. How we think, we feel has a definite effect on how we actually feel physically. So how we think we feel, okay, creates that physical feeling in our body. So if your mind tells you you're tired, your body mechanism, the nerves, the muscles accept that fact. If you go through life saying I'm tired, your body accepts that and you're going to be tired. If you go through life saying this life is shitty, your body's going to accept that it's shitty and you're going to have a shitty body and a shitty experience in life. Excuse my language, but I've got to land this. All right, you got to really, really accept this powerful truth of who you are. Say yes. Say yes, say yes, yes, yes. If you're picking up what I'm throwing down. Today I want you to go through your day. Go through your day. And any point, this is the power of mastering your mind right here, right now. First of all, if you don't have the audio Create a Positive Attitude, I highly recommend you go get that. Highly recommend you don't play around. You go get that audio. We will drop the link and then put in the code positive and you'll get it for about $5, $6, $7. Okay, for this download you can have unlimited. Okay, to rid the stinking thinking, to rid the negative thoughts out your mind. Okay, this is what you get to do as you're going through your day. You get to become super aware, self-aware, because now you know, and now you're choosing either positive or negative. All right, I'm here to love you in a tough way. Now you know, you've heard this. Okay, you have no excuse. As you're going through your day, if you have a negative thought and you start reacting negatively, I want you to catch it immediately. Catch it immediately and go, oh no, I got a case of stinking thinking. I cannot do that. Nope, 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 no, 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 no. Cancel, cancel, cancel. All right, get it out of your being. If you're a member of mine, you know what techniques to use after that. But here, if you're hearing this for the first time, you know, cancel it out of your being and immediately say, you know what? It's all good. It's all going to work out. Let me think about something good. Just bring your attention to something a little lighter, something a little more positive. And I promise over time, you are going to grow that positive ball. You will grow it. Attention is attraction. Grow that positive ball today. Okay? That would be your focus. Say, you know what? I got this big negative ball going on. It's bigger. And it has a lot of data to support how things are going wrong. But I'm going to begin shrinking that and creating a new truth, a new positive vibe. I'm going to get that positive ball growing. Because there's so much more good things to be focused on. And there's so much more goodness coming in my life. And I'd rather look at that. Because when I look at that, that becomes my truth. Yes? 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 All right. That's your challenge for the day. That's your challenge for the day. I'm going to end this Hypno Happy Hour all on creating a positive attitude. You now know what to do. You now are making that choice. And you are worthy of making the positive choice. Okay? Till next week. Till next Sunday or next Wednesday at 10 a.m. So much love and cancel that negative crap. Get out of the crappy and into the happy. All right. So much love. Mwah.